For public schools, they're facing a major budget crisis. District leaders say they're dealing with a $150 million shortfall.
And to talk more about the potential impact and where the district really goes from here, we are joined by Interim Superintendent Dr. Shawn Joseph. Good morning, Dr. Joseph.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good
Thank
morning.
you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with, let's talk about how we got here, right? We're in this
Yes.
massive deficit. What are the options to help fill the gap?
Well, the options are we have to tighten our belts like families do when you have tough times. You know, I wouldn't call it a crisis. I would say we have to budget reset. We do have a $150 million budget shortfall. And the reason is, 2 years ago, we had a dedicated funding source with the telecommunications tax. And that the law was changed to allow the county to be able to incorporate those dollars in the overall minimum fee they have to spend instead of it being additional dollars. So for 2 years in a row, we lost about $64 million that we would take from our savings account, and simultaneously, we gave our staff earned raises, but at the tune of about $102 million a year in our budget. So as expenses go up, you have to make cuts. So we had to cut $150 million. It is primarily coming from our central office budgets. So it's not affecting schools directly, but $150 million is a big chunk of money.
Yes, it's no small amount to talk about. And you said that it's not really going to, it's coming from the central office. But
Right.
What kind of impact will this have on the overall school district? Because we are talking about a substantial amount of money here.
Yes, the good news this year, we're not going to have massive layoffs or anything. If we have to cut another $100 million next year, we will be cutting people. But this year, there are about 100 people that'll be affected in the system. We do have some programming at the school level that was controlled by central office, different programs that had low enrollment or didn't have a return on investment that will be cut. On January 22nd, I'll be giving the details to the community, explaining where the $150 million is coming from. And then on January 20th, we have our state of schools. And we'll be talking about the accelerants, because we can't be defined by cuts. We have to continue to make the progress we've been making in the district.
What specifically are you requesting? We know the 2027 fiscal budget is still a work in progress,
Yes.
but you cut $150 million. What is the ask here?
We're asking for $50 million, which is a modest increase within the district.
I wanted to build on that, though. So the Maryland General Assembly, we know, just got underway, right? So we've seen Governor Moore asking for $10.2 billion in investment for public education.
Yes.
It's a big ask, the biggest ask we've seen from for education by a governor. And
Yes.
what's your opinion on that number, on that proposal? Where do you fall with that?
I'm thankful for Governor Moore. I think he understands education policy is economic policy, and we won't move our state, we won't move any of our counties unless we make targeted investments that get better outcomes.
All right, let me circle back to you. You talked about some of the low enrollment programs that you would have to deal with.
Yes.
Can you name any of those, or have you
Yes.
looked into which ones that you might not be on the shopping block?
Absolutely, and on January 22nd, we'll announce those. We have to prepare for the communications from parents and everyone.
Right.
But because there are always, even if it's low enrolled, there are parents in those programs and children in those programs.
And they have to find something else to do.
Yes,
Right.
yes. We'll phase out programs and change, and we'll communicate the why. But listen, like I said, when your budget gets tight, you go from eating Fruit Loops to Fruit Lopes. You have to change up a little bit.
Yeah.
These are tough decisions, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of parents, kids wondering how this is all going to play out. Thank you for the conversation this morning.
We appreciate
certainly
you. We always
it. Yeah.
appreciate you getting up early in the morning, too.
Right.
I know your day
Right.
starts early, but we
Yes.
thank you for coming in. Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you for having
Interim
me.
Superintendent Dr. Shawn Joseph, again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be back after the break.